Good evening, everybody. Welcome in as we present to you another summer edition of the Milford Informer. As always, I am your host, Tim Coet. For one final time, we've taken the show on the road this week, taking advantage of these final weeks of summer. We're on location here at the gorgeous athletic fields outside Milford High School. With good reason, we have a lot to bring you on the program tonight that revolves around the Milford School District. Before we delve in, let's show you exactly what we have coming up this week in our top stories rundown. Tonight, we'll show you an update on the Milford Summer Food Service Program, complete with interviews from program organizers and also several political officials who were on hand as volunteers. Also tonight, we'll recap the third year of Milford High School's Leadership Academy as Peter Boucher and his athletic staff continue to build on this revolutionary program. And also tonight, we will start to look ahead to the upcoming fall sports season with a preview of the Scarlet Hawks football team. For our first news piece for you tonight, we bring you an update on a piece that we brought to you back during the beginning of the summer. We've been chronicling the progress of the summer lunch service program here in Milford for the last couple of years. It's really been growing and improving with every summer that they've put this program out there, a great partnership between the Milford Humanitarian Coalition and also the Hockomock Area YMCA. We brought you all of the details on that summer lunch service program back in June, so we thought we'd take the opportunity to send one of our Milford TV crews out on location at the summer lunch service program to bring you an update from some of the officials there in attendance and also some political officials there as well.
Hi, I'm here today with the man who made today happen. So tell me, what did it take to make this amazing event happen?
Well, this event didn't start today. It actually started a little over 3 years ago when the newly formed Milford Area Humanitarian Coalition evaluated the needs of Milford, and one of the top priorities was helping students or children over the summer make sure they have a good, nutritious meal, because 44% of all students in Milford receive subsidized lunch. So if there is no lunch because there is no school, how do they get meals? How are they eating nutritious meal? So we evaluated that. We did some private fundraising, and we were able to serve about 2,133 meals or so the very first year, which was a pilot year for us. Then we realized time to scale up. The businessmen, the businesswomen of the community, the volunteers couldn't do it all themselves, so we were able to partner up with the YMCA. Father McMurray of Trinity Church was able to get us in this relationship with the Y, who's been tremendous. They have been a huge partner to this. Without them, this program doesn't succeed at the level it is right now. And Carla Tuttle from the Milford School Food Service Program, she's the one that orders the food, prepares the food, distributes the food. So we've got players involved in this. We got great relationships. And last year we served around approximately 7,000 meals. We're hoping to get to approximately 8,000 meals this year. That's 15,000 meals in 2 summers. That's a big deal. And not only do we provide meals, but we provide activities. We provide a congregate place where the kids can come and eat together and socialize. So it's just not getting a meal. You're getting some activities. You're getting socialization skills. It's just an awesome opportunity for everyone here, and we're thrilled to be a part of it.
How does one become a volunteer?
There's a number of different ways. Certainly you can reach out to me, Mike Kaplan, Mike@kaplansLaw.com. So that's MIKE at KAPLANS law, LAW.com, 508-473-1161. So we do a lot of coordination, as well as the YMCA. They will also, and you can contact Mary Kate Bergen, Bergon. She is the individual that really is the YMCA coordinator for this particular program. She's phenomenal. I don't have her contact information on the top of my head, so I apologize, just my own. And that's how I think you could do it. We will take volunteers for a day, for a week, 1 day a week for the whole summer. We coordinate volunteers around their schedule. So it's great. If you can only give us a certain amount of time, that's what we'll take. If you want to be involved every day, we'll take that too. Whatever you can get. So what makes it successful.
Well, you heard that, everyone. Come on down. Give us a call. Volunteer. This is a great cause.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Appreciate
so much.
it. Absolutely.
Tell me, how did you, as part of the Y, get involved with such an amazing cause?
Great question. So our partners, the Milford Area Humanitarian Coalition, started working on this program in 2015, and they did an amazing job getting it started. And then in 2016, invited us to come along for the ride and join them to help build out the program and expand it to more kids and families. So we've been involved for 2 years now, and we couldn't be more proud of the great partnerships and the wonderful things that have happened with the program.
Now tell me, what does it take? What did you do to make such an amazing event happen?
It's a great question. I think it's been a true team effort. We have a wonderful program coordinator named Shannon who supervises and supports all of our volunteers. We have upwards of 200 volunteers that have been trained to run these sites with us, and we absolutely couldn't do the program the way we do without their help. And just amazing partnerships with the Milford Public Schools. That team is wonderful. Carla Tuttle, who makes all the meals for us, wouldn't happen without her. So we're so grateful for everyone that stepped up to join us, and we have so much fun with this program.
Well, I'm here to help recognize and support the lunch service program that's going on in the town of Milford, sponsored by the YMCA, working hand in hand with a number of local groups, including the Humanitarian Coalition here in Milford. And this is one of 3 sites that they have, and they deliver free lunches to a number of our children.
Now, you can see, obviously, there's a lot of children in our community here today. How many do you usually expect to see on an event like this?
Well, when I was talking to one of the young women that run this on a daily basis, she says that at Memorial, this is the busiest site, and they have well over 100 every day for free lunch. And there's also the program set up at the Youth Center and the Bethany Church right at the corner of Main Street and Central Street. So all 3 sites, I don't know what the numbers they are projecting for the year, but I think it's well over 4,000 for the summertime program.
Yeah, no, this is a fantastic program, run through the Y. As I look out and I see about almost 200 kids here getting a lunch and being able in the summer hours without school being in session to utilize a program that concentrates on nutrition, it's just fantastic. And it comes together from the faith community, from the business community. Back in April, I was with the Milford Area Chamber of Commerce, and Mike Kaplan received an award. And as he was getting the award, he talked about this program. And I went up to him afterwards and said, hey, do you think I could come by and check it out this summer? And what I learned here is that 8,000 people last year, 8,000 meals were given out, and that they've already surpassed that this year, and they're going to double it to about 16,000. If you can imagine 16,000 meals, both breakfast and lunch at times, being served, 185 people volunteering their time to make sure that it happened, whether it be me or Representative Murray. Congressman Kennedy is actually in the cafeteria right now passing out lunches. So this is just a great program, and it's what community is all about. Now,
tell me a little bit what you're showing support here for.
It's a wonderful meals program, runs throughout the summer, and just heard they expect to hit about 15,000 meals between last year and this year. You guys can't quite see it, but if you turn the camera around, you'll see an awful lot of smiling faces from some really young little kids to some regular little kids that are here enjoying a nutritious meal, some time together, some fun, and obviously, filling a need in our community, particularly during the summer break for kids to be able to get the nutrition that they need.
So I think we saw you making some meals over there. Can you tell me a little bit what you're putting together?
So thankfully for everybody, I was not cooking anything. I screw up burning toast or toasting toast. So they're a great meal of, depending on what some of the kids want, but watermelon and some crackers and a sandwich, either turkey and ham and cheese or peanut butter and jelly, yogurt for some of the smaller kids, and then some cookies and a little snack, and a nice carton of milk too. So trying to make it something that is nutritious, that the kids are going to like, that rounds out a meal for them and that keeps them coming back.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the activities they have going on?
Yeah, so they try and make it fun. We want it to be a very welcoming environment. We want to encourage kids to come in and grab a meal. So we try to have a lot of different games. So as you can see, there's Legos, there's cards. There's a lot of volunteers here that are interacting with the kids and playing different board games with them. So again, we wanted to make it a very engaging environment, a very welcoming environment. We want to remove any stigma associated with it whatsoever and really encourage kids to come out and build a sense of community.
And I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. Now, what can you tell the community about something like this? How do you get them down here, participating, volunteering?
Yeah, everyone's welcome. You want to come in, you want to grab a meal, please feel free to do so. If you want to come in and you want to volunteer and be part of the program, we're always looking for volunteers, so reach out to the YMCA or even reach out to members of the school system or the youth center, and we can point you in the right direction.
Another program here within the Milford School District that we've been keeping you updated on over the last few years is the school's Leadership Academy, a program first introduced by Athletic Director Peter Boucher 3 years ago, and the program has really made great strides since then. We always enjoy coming down and bringing you some glimpses of the program, so once again we were here at Milford High School earlier this month to bring you some of the sights and sounds of the Leadership Academy for 2017. For the third year in a row, the Milford High School Athletic Department gathered together the incoming sports captains to hold the school's Leadership Academy. The program was first put into motion by MHS Athletic Director Peter Boucher, and he is thrilled to see how the program has grown and improved with each year.
We started 3 years ago with 2 days. Last year went 2 days, and then we just recognized, it's that alpha, type A personality. What more can we add? Bigger, better, best. And I think the adventure programming that we added, that lead by example, that kinesthetic type of learning, Harwood Gardner and all the different learning styles, it's so powerful with athletes and that physical. So having the Department of Health and Republic sponsor us and the community use helping us get over there with the busing, and spending a day with these professionals of, giving you these challenges and then being able to work through them with your co-captains and then people from other groups and teaching you that you have to gel. Just super powerful. So going from 2 to 3 days, I think this is it. I think 3 days is max. I think it's perfect. One day of academia, moving around. Second day, full physical kinesthetic learning, and then the third day finishing up the way we did today. I couldn't be happier. The amount of support that we have and the amount of experts that we have on staff who come in, the community support is growing. Milford TV is always around to film and help us, get the word out about what we're doing. It's gold medal today as far as I'm concerned. We feel like we won a gold medal.
As the Leadership Academy continues to gain momentum, more and more of the coaches and athletic staff at the high school have joined the program, each bringing their own area of expertise.
There's this curiosity to, hey, what's going on? My captains, for the coaches who couldn't make it or weren't able to make it the last couple of years, there's always my captains are always talking about this Leadership Academy and what they learned and the 12 steps that Boucher gives you, and teamwork from Coach Mastay, and and you name all those topics that we talk about. So we actually had a bunch of new presenters this year. We had Kim Danish came in and helped us out. Andrew Manini was new, and that happens. For example, Jonathan Rasco got married during the time he showed up today, but couldn't be as involved. We were about 3 weeks earlier because we had to link up with the Hockomock YMCA over in Franklin. So we changed our dates, and I have to tell you, there was no shortage of people who wanted to be involved and wanted to help out. So we do feel really good about that.
Teachers and school officials from across the district have started to take notice of the positive impact the Leadership Academy has had on the student body.
It's a great program. I give a lot of credit to Peter, to the coaches and the volunteers, because we know it takes a lot of time and effort to put something like this together. So we're really proud of all the work that they've done, and even more proud of the students that have participated in this program. And they've really made the most of it. Some of the things that they're going through aren't very easy. They're putting themselves out there and going outside their comfort zone, and they're embracing it because they know what a great opportunity this is. And as we talked about in there, these kids are unbelievable. They do such a great job representing our schools within the community. We're extremely proud of them.
For me, the biggest takeaway that I took was the importance of communication to resolve conflict and even keep it from happening, to prevent it. On the field, in the locker room, between players, with coaches, anything like that, how communication can keep everyone at the same level and moving forward toward the same goal.
I learned that teamwork and having a close bond and communicating creates a team chemistry that really helps with success on and off the court and will help in the long run in the season.
I think from what we took away from our special guest Pam when she came, like your brain does what you tell it to do. So if you tell yourself like we're gonna win our first game, we're gonna go to playoffs, then if you teach your brain that, then it'll happen.
I don't think it's any secret that the MIAA has been very impressed with this program and is looking to adopt it as one of their marquee programs that they would like, to distribute to their school constituency. So I think it speaks volumes about, how impactful the program is. But to Joe's point, it all comes back to the kids and the motivation and the effort that the kids put in over the 3 days. But not only that, it's the role modelship that they embody and what they bring back to the student body, not only from the high school level, but like Joe said, in the community. So, they represent the high school, they represent Milford, and the little kids see that. And having, and so Joe and I have children that are in the same age at the lower grades. And I know that, I can't speak for Amelia, but I know Jake looks up to a lot of the older kids, knows who the older players are, likes to come and watch them. And so that role model that they embody from a sports perspective and what they give back to the community is critical. And programs like this particularly help shape that. So we're very fortunate, we're very lucky to have this in our district.
We hear from the teachers, during the day that they're better behaved, and not that they weren't greatly behaved, they might have been quiet. Now they'll speak up if something, hey, quiet down, teacher's trying to teach. That's what we want. We want community-based leadership. But I can tell you from watching, especially someone like Aiden Wild, 3 years, sophomore, junior, senior captain, I've seen him grow. I've seen a lot of these kids grow where they're more confident. You watch the softball team in the state championship, those kids, went through our leadership program, and you can see that at the most important times, we talk about these 10 C's that we have: composed, confident, they're just competitive, they're ready to go. And I think you do see them moving forward incrementally. One step is huge, 2 or 3 steps, is galactic. So I do feel like the feedback from the teaching staff, the feedback from the coaching staff, the feedback from the community, and I think that's why everybody wants to come all in, is we're making a difference. We're making connections, and we're making a difference with what we're trying to do. And we just talk about forging the future. That's what we're really and truly trying to forge the future. We know we might get a couple of extra wins, 1 or 2 W's per season, if you're lucky, per team with what we're doing. But the cold hard reality is a lot of these Milford people stay in Milford, and a lot of these kids are going to come back as young adults, parents down the road. And if we can help them be better leaders and better people in the community, then that's really what we want to do.
In just a few weeks from now, football season will be in full swing. Of course, a couple of weeks to wait for the start of football games to be played here at Milford High School, with 3 straight weeks of road games out of the chute for the Scarlet Hawks football team. But still, there is plenty to be excited about the new addition of the team. A lot of new players on hand, and of course, a new coach at the helm of this program as well. So once again, we took the opportunity to come down here to the football field for our annual football season preview, where we spoke to the captains for this year's team and also the new head coach, Anthony Vizakis. With the summer months starting to wind down, the Milford community is quickly turning its attention to the MHS football field, where the Scarlet Hawks are hard at work preparing for the upcoming fall season. There's a new energy around the team coming into this year, with a brand new head coach guiding the program in Anthony Vizakis.
Last year I was the offensive coordinator at Franklin High School. I was there for 2 years. Before that I was at Holliston High School, and previously before that I was at Durfee. And all those experiences combined has really prepared me for being a head coach. I knew I wanted to be a head coach ever since I graduated from college. So it really was never a matter of when, it was just a matter of where. And I couldn't be more proud to be here at Milford.
Once Joe Todd stepped down from the head coach position last spring, Peter Boucher quickly turned his attention to Coach Vizakis to take control of the program.
We have one of the best ADs I've ever worked for. He's very supportive of our team. He's very supportive of Milford athletics in general, and he wants to win. And those are, a couple of things that really attracted me to being here, and just knowing the kids from last year. There's no other place I'd rather be. And the tradition here is phenomenal. It's phenomenal. They're tough, hard-nosed kids, and this program has definitely been built from generation after generation. And there's even a few young sons and brothers that have been passed through the tradition here, and that's another thing that attracted me here.
So what do the players think of Coach Vizakis taking over as their new head coach? Let's hear from this year's captains.
Coach Vizakis is an amazing coach. I had him as my offensive coordinator last year, and so we got to know each other pretty well. He puts in so much time that goes behind the scenes that no one we even know about.
It's easy to follow somebody that sets a good example, and he's out there every single day with us in summer workouts. He taught at a different school, but was there all winter and spring in the mornings with us lifting, and he's done that for 2 years. And he'll go to bat for us just like we'll go to bat for him.
I love Coach Vizakis. He's one of the best coaches I've ever had throughout high school and throughout everything. He's understanding, he's determined, and when he says something he does it, and that's what you need from a coach.
I love Coach Vizakis. He's really smart, he knows the sport, he's a really good offensive coordinator and everything. And he knows how to use his receivers, and he knows where to put his running backs in and what plays to run against what teams. I think he just really knows what he's doing.
We have a great group of captains. They are the first ones to here, last ones to leave. And our seniors in general, leaders, tough kids. They're disciplined. They're going to play as hard as they can go, and it's going to be a great year for those guys. I couldn't be more proud to have a group of captains and seniors that we have this year.
With quarterback play playing such a key role in the success of a team, we asked Coach Vizakis for his scouting report on senior captain Matt Curran, who returns for his second season as the team's starting QB.
It started in the spring. He's in the weight room every day. The kid's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. He ran spring track, and his arm has improved light years from last year. And he's got at least 10 or 12 yards extra on the ball. Zach Lanzetta we have as our coach. He's our quarterback's coach. So they're going to be working together, and the familiarity there, they already have a good relationship. We're so excited with our quarterback position. Matt is definitely the leader of the offense. He's going to take control, and we have no doubts that he's going to get the job done.
Last season, didn't really know how to read a defense. I definitely feel like now I can look at a defense, I can deconstruct it and figure out what's going to best beat that defense. Definitely little things like handoffs and stuff got way better at. Arm strength definitely improved, and ready to throw the ball and hand the ball off and actually be more of a leader this year.
Matt will have an excellent mentor on the sidelines this season, as the man who rewrote Milford's record books at the quarterback position, Zach Lanzetta, will return to his alma mater as the team's quarterbacks coach.
Coach Vizakis actually reached out to me when he got the job, and he heard a lot about me. I played against him when he was the coach up at Franklin my senior year, and he was really excited. He wanted me on the board. He thought I'd bring a lot to the table, make the team better, and I jumped right for that opportunity. I was excited.
He brings a lot of energy, brings a lot of talent, brings a lot of just a lot of skills that I'm constantly learning. We text back and forth, and he's like, this play, let's think of a name for this play, or let's draw this up. And I'm like, well, what about this? He's like, yeah, that could work. Let's try it. He's very he's a great coach. He wants to teach. He wants to give the people he's teaching the best skills that he has, so we can succeed the same he succeeded. Selfless, and I really love him, and he's a great addition to this coaching staff.
We have a very close relationship, and that's what I think coaching is going to make it that much easier. He's very easy to talk to. He listens to what I say. I think we're going to be able to do some really explosive things this year.
Matt Curran is not the only weapon Milford will have on offense. Coach Vizakis sees plenty of talent in his stable of running backs, as well as his wide receiving core.
We have a three-headed monster at running back: Will Pointer, Ryan O'Toole, Chappelle Feaster. Luke Rosa will be in the mix, and we got a few other guys that are really competing. Matt Antonio. We got a lot of kids that can carry the ball, and they can do it effectively. Wide receiver position, we're a little thin, but from our number one wide receiver, Caden Kelly, he's a big kid. He's about 6'4", 180 pounds, and it's going to be tough for people to cover him. So he's going to be a threat on the outside for sure.
I feel better than I've ever felt. I feel like I've tried to put on a little weight in the off season, but I still feel faster than I've ever been. I feel like it's going to be a really good year, but it's not just me. We're going to spread the ball out a lot, and we've got a really good backfield, good receiving core, good quarterbacks, and I feel like our offense is going to be pretty explosive this year.
We have strong kids. Everyone's getting better, faster, stronger. I mean, I feel we all have great chemistry together. I feel like this season is going to be amazing.
The Hawks will have some big shoes to fill on the defensive side, with Riley Burns no longer in a Scarlet Hawks uniform. but a mix of new and returning players are poised to step up to fill the void.
We got a couple of guys returning. His younger brother Cullen's going to be in the mix. David Apatanazi, he's going to be in the mix, and we got a lot of junior linemen that are going to be pushing for some playing time. We got two phenomenal defensive ends in Josh Lagore and Pat Bergioli. Tyler Joyce is going to be in the mix, another senior that's just a real good leader. And I feel the strength of our team is going to be up front for sure.
This year's Scarlet Hawks team will enter the season with a new energy and a fresh mindset. But will that translate into wins on the field?
Everybody lost seniors this year, so I think it's really anybody's league. And I feel like everybody has a chance to compete, and I feel like we're right there.
I definitely see this team being a playoff team. I'm saying we go far in the playoffs and see what happens there. We just got to win the first game. You just play game by game, and hopefully turns out all good. We all give 100%, and that's all we need.
I think we have the talent where if we, like, some people kind of want to win and other people really want to win, then we'll probably go like 7-4 like we have every other year. But if we get every guy to come together like we definitely can, like as a family this year, we can definitely win a Super Bowl.
We're not afraid of anybody in the Hawk. We're ready for any challenge that comes our way from any team, and I think they're going to see a tough and physically imposing Milford program when we come and we play. So we're ready for the Hawk, and we're not afraid of anybody.
And that will just about wrap things up for this week's edition of the Milford Informer. As we mentioned, this is our final summer edition of the Informer. We will be back with our regular weekly schedule for the program starting in the first full week of September. We will close out the show this week with a few final images from the Milford High School softball team's Division I state championship run. The team was recently honored at their sports banquet, so we put together a full season highlight reel compiling some of those best moments from a memorable championship run. So enjoy the highlights, and again, we will speak to you again in that first full week of September. From all of us here at Milford TV, this is Tim Coet saying have a great week. So long, everybody.
And we know this is a situation that Maggie thrives in. And she swings at this ball, sends it deep out to right field, back towards the fence, and that ball is gone. A grand slam home run for the captain, Maggie Farrell. 4 quick runs on the scoreboard as Milford takes a 6-1 lead. And now stands back in the center of the circle. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Here is the pitch. And it's grounded right back to Atherton. She has it. She throws to first, and the Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks are the Division I South champions. It is time for state championship softball to get underway. The Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks now taking the field. A state championship berth once again, the 3rd time in the last 6 years that Milford has played for a state championship, and they will look for that state title today. And Wachusett, after taking a 3-0 lead in this game, has given it back. And now it's Maggie Farrell with a flare out to shallow right center field, down for a hit, and it's misplayed out in center by Lanfer, and that will allow Pierre Gustavo to come around to score, and Milford will take a 4-3 lead. Here is the 1-0 pitch, and it is lifted in the air in foul territory in front of the Milford dugout. Caitlin DeCapua makes the catch, and the ball game is over, and the Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks celebrate on the infield. Milford once again is Division I state champions. It happened in 2012, they repeated in 2013, and now this new generation of Milford Lady Scarlet Hawks celebrate. They reach the mountaintop, and they are the Division I state champions.